and welcome back to another video in the AI Shorts video series. As you know, this video series is focused on the uses of AI in terms of our educational and professional worlds here at LTCC. So today I'd like to focus on using ChatGPT, which is our generative text go-to, free-to-use bot, to see if we can create a rubric for one of our classes. And I think a rubric is something that we often use, inside of Canvas. There's a really great place to put your rubrics. It certainly helps with students, with student learning. It's easy maybe to provide feedback to your students because they can see exactly where they've made a mistake and maybe need to improve. So let's look now and see what we can do to create the rubric. So what I'll do is I'm going to load up Canvas. I actually have rubrics already for one of these classes I'm working on, but I want to see what ChatGPT comes up with and see if it's maybe a better rubric or makes my life a little bit easier. So I'll just open up my spring class, and I'm still tweaking things here for the spring, but I'll pick up one of my assignments here. And let's do written assignment 1. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the assignment. It's having to watch a commercial and basically pretend they're an anthropologist and try to understand that commercial from an anthropological perspective. So what I have here is it's worth 30 points, and it's based on 300 words writing, spelling and grammar, the analysis of the image, and then including the link of that. So what I'm going to do is cut and paste all this. And the cool thing about ChatGPT is you can go in and give it text and tell it what you want it to do with the text. Now, the first one I did, I typed as a sample here, can you help me make a rubric for an English class? It will sometimes show you something that you can use, but it typically tells you here, remember to customize it. The required assignment, requirements and the learning objectives. Make sure it's clear and concise so that students and instructors can understand it. So let's tweak this a little bit. Hi, I would like to make a rubric for my class. This is the assignment. Now, I'm not going to say much more than what I put here because I actually want to see what's it going to tell me. Is it going to tell me my rubric needs to focus on probably the percentage each that I want to assign to these areas? So let's see just what it does if I give it basic information. What's kind of nice about this is it took this and it put it really into more complete sentences or clauses. So assignment, title, assignment description. So it's actually kind of giving me like a little more, and I can use this to kind of recraft or redraft my assignment. So this first part here is really kind of telling the students what they'll be doing. Content accuracy, relevance to the prompt. This is actually getting a little too lengthy. I don't want something this complicated. I don't want formatting with MLA because this is not a citation type paper. So I think what ChatGPT is doing right now at this moment we see is it's creating something thinking more generally that this is a different type of assignment. It's probably specifically thinking that, I'm going to have citations and so forth. So what I'm going to say is actually, can you take the following and equally divide the points up in this assignment to create a short rubric that just lists each of the 4 of grading that total 30 points for the assignment. And I think if you've been following along with my video series, one of the key things with any AI is the prompts. And be sure to check out my video on AI prompts because the way you write stuff and the way you refine stuff over time with any AI technology makes a huge difference in terms of the output, what it gives you. So let's try this again. I'm kind of worried here that it's giving me more than what I want. So let's see if this prompt revision helped at all. Okay, here's a short rubric. Okay, I think it's doing what I want. Okay. So what I did here was I said equally divide. You may not want to do that. You might say, I want the writing portion to only be 10 points out of the 30. You can define it however you want if you have 3 categories. So again, what it's kind of doing here, it has formatting and citations. Maybe it's thinking because I'm asking for the inclusion of the link that there's a citation. So what I could do is simply take this into my Word document, the whole thing, just like this, and we'll start a new Word document. Cut and paste. Again, always remember when you do this to choose text only because you don't want it in a table format. Now what I can do is further change this. So for example, I can take out the entire MLA formatting stuff, the entire section 4, because I don't want that. Instead, I could just say, okay, clear and concise, proper grammar, varied sentence structure. I don't know if I want to include that. And what's kind of cool though about that is ChatGPT took my original prompt to go back to Canvas here, and I said here, quality of writing. That's all I said. And that's, I think, the pretty cool thing about ChatGPT. It took this and revised it for me. So it took my quality of writing, my very simple rubric sentence or line, area, category, whatever you want to call it, and it expanded it. So it got that I want 300 words. It said clear and concise, proper grammar and spelling, varied sentence structure. Again, if I don't like any of those in the rubric, all I'd have to do is delete one of these. Now, what if you want to say you want to make this in a table format to share inside of Canvas, or to share actually, as far as a table format, you may want to just work from this and cut and paste in Canvas. But what if I want it to format a little different for me? Could it do that? So let's say, this is great. Could you format the above as a table? Let's just see if it'll do that. I think it probably will. What's cool about ChatGPT is you can just continue to experiment, right? It's not costing you anything. It's easy to use. It's only costing, I guess, your time. And it's taking a little time, speaking of time. I've noticed this, depending maybe on the traffic, it's taking longer. Let's see how this does it here. And it's putting in HTML write-up, as you could see here. So this is a line break, the code for that. So it's trying to give us this, and it's just saying here, I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know if you need further assistance. So I think this is pretty cool. I don't know what you think, but we can, again, really see the generative AI inside of ChatGPT as something that can help us with our educational professional goals and not hinder us. So if you consider using this to create a rubric, hopefully some of these short tips will be helpful to you as far as getting that started and maybe even making it a little bit better than what you originally had planned. That will be it today here in this video short, focused today on using ChatGPT to make a rubric. I hope you're able to use this in your own work. And by all means, please check out the additional videos in the AI Shorts video series.